Hello? Hello. It is working. How you doing, everybody? That's the one. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I am your host, Scott. There he is. How you doing, everybody? How's the week been? How y'all been? Hope you're all good. I've had a weird week. It's a weird week. How you doing, Big Red? Calvin, how you doing? Endblade. Jay. Space Gulags, thank you so much for the resub there. Let's run that again. Thank you so much for the 3 months. Really appreciate it, buddy. Really do. Hope you're well. Love from Quebec. Love to go there one day. Love to go to Canada one day. I don't know French. Please don't hold that against me. How you doing, everyone? Yannick, how you doing? How you doing? How's my week been? It's been good. Trying to think what I did. Been working with folks to get albums ready for release because we've got a lot of things happening this week, the next couple of weeks, I guess, in terms of releases. They're all sort of bunched up all together. So one big thing I did, I guess it's like a bit of a milestone for me, is I did my first podcast interview. I did an interview for the Underscore podcast. Let me see if I can find a link. I didn't plan this very well. But I talked to a very nice guy, Rick, who is also the guy who pretty much is responsible for a lot of the Silver Screen London Music Works releases. And we're talking about me. Talking about me, you know what I mean? But we're talking about, like, you know, I guess my origin story a bit, how I got into music and the library work that I do, and also the stuff that we're working on. So, like, particularly the album that we're hoping to push is the Elder Scrolls, the music from the Elder Scrolls album, which we've got coming out in a couple of weeks' time. And there's the single that's dropping on Friday, which you'll be able to hear. I'll be pushing that. Here's the link. Let me link it. Share. Copy link to episode. Here's the link. So feel free if you want to listen to me ramble on about stuff. I was really nervous, so you can hear it in my voice. I'm not as chill as I am with you guys, you know. Felt a little bit more intense, but it was good. It was really fun. So that's something. Do you think you make any more jazz? I'd love to, Link and I really loved playing around with the genre. That origami release did recently was so much fun. Like just playing into like the that sort of I was really inspired by the Black Bag film. And what's his name? David. What's the composer's name? Oh my god, my brain today. But those sort of slick jazz scores are really cool. So I got a little inspired. And I feel like the things I do, like when I do a bit of jazz, a bit of like sort of, you know, pseudo jazz, I do some interesting things that I don't normally would do. So, you know, it's fun. Got so many tracks to catch up and listening to. Nice. Yeah, this one's a good one. This one's an oldie. It's called Borealis. I don't think it actually ever got a single release. It was only ever on an album, like a library songs album. Yeah, it's a good track. Very chill. It's one of those ones where I kind of forget that I did that one. I mean, it's in the library, I think, but not as a... Didn't get it independent. Rick Clark. Rick Clark is the, pretty much the, I think, like the US director for Silver Screen, like, I guess. I don't know what his actual title is, but he does a lot of production work, a lot of mastering work for album releases as well. And I work with him quite a lot to do a lot of the sort of the production work that we do through London Music Works. So that's the Zelda album. I worked with him on that last year, and the Elder Scrolls one is this year's collaboration. And plus we do a lot of other stuff. Like they put out a lot of albums, those guys. So I help them out with those. Oh, me too, Johannes. I've gotten a lot of listeners from the Amber King. A lot of people coming across, so I really appreciate the channel using my music over there. There's a Zelda album, yes. Let me link it to you. I mean, you can play it at whatever platform you got. This is the Spotify one. Let me share. There you go. But you can find it on, YouTube and whatnot. I think there's a playlist on my YouTube channel, actually. If that helps. Lincoln, yeah, I was talking about it before. Yes, I would love to do more jazz. Yeah. The only thing that's holding me back is that I feel a bit like a fraud when I'm doing jazz, because I'm not a jazz musician. I'm sort of making it up. So it's like sort of pseudo jazz. I think it's not like what an actual real jazz musician would probably write, but it's still that fun. But it's probably, if I do write jazzy things, it'll probably be, yeah, sort of blended in a sort of like a modern sort of cinematic context, I think. Just because it's more my thing. Yeah, I've done a bit of like jazzy and funky stuff for Alan Becker. That's always a challenge, I have to say. It's always hard to know if I'm doing it right. They seem happy though. So. Because I also work with sample libraries as well. I don't think I'm extraordinarily well set up to make really good instrumental jazz. I still feel I'm missing. But yeah, I haven't spent the time finding better libraries to help me out there. So yeah, maybe this year we can look into that. Oh yeah, Jay. Yeah, I do like a good sax. I love listening to electro swing. It's like old us music temps and jazz. Yeah, right. Electro swing. You really like this track? Yeah, this is Undertow. It's one of my more popular tracks, I think. Gets a lot of plays. But yeah, so I did the podcast interview, and that was something special. And we're also working on getting the Animation vs. Minecraft album out the door. I actually uploaded it yesterday, ready for release, and then I found out I made a stupid, little mistake in one of the titles, and because DistroKid is just the most awful platform on the planet, you can't actually go in and edit single track titles in an album release. Maybe you can after the fact when the album is fully out, but when it's on its way to stores, you can't do anything to the tracks. So you have to go and delete the whole release and re-upload it. It's very frustrating, but I think it's all correct now. So yes. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. How long have I been a composer, Calvin? Working professionally as a composer probably since... I've been on and off really, because there's a whole story to that. But maybe since 2003-4, doing proper, work where I get money for the work that I make. But I've been writing it, since a teenager, just dabbling and playing around with stuff. But But yeah, there was a lot of years there where I wasn't writing much at all. I ended up leaving music for science. I did a soil science degree. Got a PhD in science and stopped doing music for quite a while because I burnt out. I should really make a video of all these things. I think it's like it'll be interesting to share with these, share my experiences, because I've had a weird journey. I've had a few careers. I've had all sorts of weird crap happen. So it'd be kind of good to share these things with y'all. But I hate. I don't know. I'm not very good at making videos. I need to get better. I just watched Venus Theory this morning. He's got such a he's just a YouTube channel. He's like he's a composer. He does games. He did the score for Avowed recently for Obsidian. So that's a good mark of what he's up to. But I think his storytelling and his cinematic, the way he can make a video for YouTube, so good. I want to do that, but I don't have any skills. So how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you create the visualizers for the AVM scores? I kind of you mean like the sort of the background stuff when the music's playing? I don't know. I just kind of pull them together from either. Hopefully I can, one thing I hope that I can get from Alan's animations is like a sort of short loop of something that happens in the video that I can just loop over and over again, but it often doesn't work out like that. So I usually just find a still from the animation to one little scene and just kind of play with it in Premiere. Add a few things over the top. There's generative things you can do in there that sort of add texture and grain. I've got videos where you can it's mostly just motes of dust floating around in front of the camera, and you can change the opacity of the layers there to make it look like it's floating on top of the still, things like that. It's little things like that to make a video. I'm not very good at it, but hopefully it's enough to make the visualization a bit more interesting. Yeah, it was perfect, Jay. Yeah. Exactly, meme. Yeah, it's something. It's better than just having a static, thing cover. A lot of the library songs are very static. They just have the cover art that we make. Oh my gosh! Orchestral. How you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for the raid. It's been a while. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. I hope life is good. Welcome on, everybody. How you doing? Take a seat. We're just having a bit of a chat at the start of the stream, trying to catch up on what we've been doing. How you all been? For those who don't know, I think Orchestral has been a long time supporter of me and my music. So thank you very much, Orchestral. I really appreciate it. And he often throws me a bit of a raid. It's very nice of him. Welcome, everybody. Cold Sphinx, hello! How you doing, everybody? Welcome on in. Yeah. We're just catching up on the week. What has everyone been doing? Introduce yourselves, guys. Sorry, what's happening in chat? What was Orchestral doing today? Raiders from the other side of the globe, indeed. I assume Germany? Yeah? In Deutschland? It wasn't so bad. I used to live in Sweden not that long ago, only a couple of years ago. Well, I lived there for 5 years. So wouldn't have been that far away at that point. But yeah, Australia is now, it's like the opposite of the planet from every other part of the planet, really. It's a long way away. Sometimes it's a bit of a pain. Schlaffotter, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so how you been? Consumed, what are you doing, Chief? Consumed by 40k peep bashing. Okay. Very nice. Are you a big fan of 40k games? I feel like every 40k fan is skeptically excited for the Total War 40k game. I'll totally play it. Yeah, I'm not a big Warhammer fan. I don't think I've really got super deep into it, but I do like every game I've played in that universe, and the lore and everything. It goes pretty deep. There's a preview of upcoming German pen and paper RPGs that were released 2026. Oh, okay. Fantastic. Welcome, Spalter. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much for the raid, mate. Good to see you. I hope you're well. It's been a while, I think. What time is it there? What time is it in the EU right now? Somewhere. It's got to be pretty late. Yeah, it's after midnight. Go to bed. What are you doing? I hate that. I hate that it's the wrong time for EU. I feel like I spent a lot of time in Sweden, you know, streaming to a mostly EU audience, and now I can't, you know, I'm streaming to the worst time for them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you all. Spacer, thank you so much. I'm glad you like the music. That's very good. So yeah, so while I've got you all, I was going to share, I've been telling you what I've been doing this week, and I did a podcast interview on the Underscore podcast, and I want to share it with you because, you know, part of the thing I'm supposed to do is share it with people. You know, and if you're interested in film music and hearing about me a little bit more, because I do, you know, I am a bit of an enigma, you know what I mean? So go and have a listen. Go and have a listen. And it's just me chatting with Rick Clark, who's sort of, I guess, the director of Silver Screen in the US, and chatting about what I do, but also some of the work that we got coming out that we've collaborated with together. So we're just chatting, bro. We're just chatting, but it's good. First ever podcast interview. And it was very scary, and you can hear it in my voice. I think you can hear the fear. I think it's very apparent. So yeah, even though he sent me questions to prepare for, I was really bad. I think really bad at preparing, but it's all right. Oh, Croy. All the raids today. How you doing, Croy? How you doing, Mia? Chill music to relax to. It's not the worst time. So good call. Very good. Very good. Today, the music we're going to work on. So we're going to work on some music today. Because this is pretty much what the stream is we write music. But it's a little less chill, I guess, but it's still pretty, you know, it's big, epic, uplifting orchestral music. I think a lot of folks like that do. Croy, thank you so much for the raid. How you doing, everybody? Come on in, take a seat. I'm Scott. I'm an Australian composer. I write music. Most of it is released under Creative Commons, so it's free, pretty much, as long as you credit me. So a lot of people on YouTube and on Twitch even like to use my music for their work, and I appreciate them for that. The music is peaceful for not boring. Well, that's good. That's perfect. If you want to listen to my music elsewhere, I do have places where you can do that. So here's a bunch of stuff. YouTube as well. I'll put this here in the chat as well. Is that too much? There's too many. Well, YouTube, without having to like redo all the things, I still haven't done. I feel like because we started doing the YouTube stream along with the Twitch, and it's like a little bit different now how things work, and I haven't properly, I think, set up alerts and alarms and commands for YouTube. I haven't done that yet. I have not put the time in, and I'm sorry, guys. I feel like you're getting a subpar experience, but that's what it is for the time being. I'm gonna get my crap together this year. I swear, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Heard a track of mine yesterday drifting off the office at work. Did a double take. Oh my god. The random places that my music shows up in, Jiff. Seriously. Like, you know, we watch a lot of YouTube as well. You know, sitting on the couch and we'll you know, listening to someone give a video essay about, you know, actors making decisions, and all of a sudden there's my music in the background. I'd say the links maybe for, yeah, a lot of people use my music for that kind of thing, writing music and study music, I guess. Yes. Well, it's great to meet you all. This has been a nice morning to meet some new folks. Do you have any New Year's resolutions, Calvin? I'm not a big fan of resolutions. But I don't know. No, not really. Other than just like being a little more on top of things this year. Because I feel like the last year things got away on me a little bit. There's projects piled on top of projects, and it got a bit challenging to just maintain my sanity, particularly the second half of this year. This year has the potential to do the same, but it kind of depends on a few factors lining up, I think. So we'll see. Hopefully it's just a normal year for a normal man. I've one New Year's resolution for years, and it always works. No resolutions. Nice. I think that's the only one that'll ever work, to be honest. Get even more buff, Yannick. Yeah, okay, that's true. I do have goals, like for the I'm doing this strength training at the moment, and we're edging closer to them. So I guess those are my New Year's resolutions, is to hit my strength goals. But it's also, I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't get them. It's fine. I'm doing the work. That's all that matters. You can relate, yeah. I feel like a lot of people. I feel like when I talk to people about resolutions, they often have the same response. It's like, we're kind of over it. Maybe resolutions are unfashionable at the moment. You know, it's a weird couple of years. You know, like it's been a weird political climate, weird sort of economic one. Everyone's a bit in a weird space at the moment. So maybe everyone's just kind of like, my resolution is just to stay safe and buckle down, curl up in a ball in the corner. You know what I mean? Resolutions are formed over the course of a year. Habits are created. Habits last over time. Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe that's what we should be thinking more about. I think habits are actually the most important part of, because everyone, like, you talk about the classic resolutions being like, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to stop eating something, blah, 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 blah. But you can't, I don't know. It's like, it's not necessarily, it's the habit that you need to stop that. It's not just a decision, you know what I mean? A decision is the start, but it's like, it has to, you know, there have to be steps beyond that. Wow, we're getting deep here today. First time catching me on stream, cool. Do I have a set timetable when I usually stream? Usually, it's sort of, yeah. So Tuesday mornings here for me. So this is Tuesday Australian time at like 9 a.m. It's usually when I start. And usually it's only one stream. We usually go for our 3 hours, and then that's it for the week. I used to stream a lot more. When I was living in Sweden, we were doing three streams a week. Bernia, how you doing? How you feeling? How's things going? Hope you're good. We used to do multiple streams, but now we're kind of back to one just because of work. I've had a lot of projects going on, and it's really hard. I can't really do them on stream. They need to be done elsewhere in other times. So it's like I've cut back the streams a lot. But maybe this year, I feel like this year needs to be a bit more, because I've also pulled back on the library work a lot, like writing music for the library, and I think streams were always a really good place for me. Excuse me, just burping. Every day you improve. That's good, buddy. Yeah, the streams were like a great way to actually write music. Like it's allotting time for the library, so I'm gonna do that. I think. Gotta do more streams. Quick question, do you sometimes check what happens to your music on other people's projects and artists? Yeah, I do. I mean, it's hard to find projects unless someone sends them to me. Because it's not always easy to find who's using my music. But I love seeing it used, yeah, absolutely. Good night, Schlafota. Hope you have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Good to see you. Good to meet you. The smallest little Billy, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm glad you like the music. You got the track finished, bro? That's great. I'm so glad to hear that, buddy. You just used my music on your own stream an hour ago? That's awesome, Jay. Music in action. Nice. But yeah, Carlin, in short, Tuesday mornings, Australian time, which I guess is, you know, Monday evenings, US. I don't know where you are in the world. What song is playing now? That's a good question. I can't quite hear it. Solace. It's a track called Solace. And now it's changing to a track called Filaments, which is one of my favorites, actually. Oh, I suppose we should do some music. That's the reason why we're doing this stream, so I can write some music. You know what? We're just sitting here chatting, wasting time. I don't know. But I suppose we could do something. Perfect time, Jay. I'm prime time in the US right now. It's 1 a.m. Oh gosh. So clearly you're somewhere in the EU, on that side of the world at least. All right, we'll turn this down. Let's make some music. So this is a track that I had started sometime over the break, over the Christmas New Year break. And then we worked on it a little more last week. So there is a video from last week's stream if you want to go watch, you know, where we got up to then. I did work a little bit on it on the weekend, but not a great deal. Whoa, what happened? Sorry, bro. I don't know what happened there. I completely missed that. Auto mod stepping in. Sitting chatting is never a waste of time. No, it isn't, Crow. I agree. Unless you only exchange the word helicopter, which would be strange, but also not. That is true. Yeah. I said the demons summon me. Oh, not the demons. Oh man. Well, hey, how you doing, Pulsar? How's things? It's such a delinquent. I don't know what to do with you. Someone day I'd like to send you videos, which thanks for using Maximum beautiful. Perfect setting for what I had in mind with the images. That's awesome, Space Girls. Yeah, send them through. I do have a contact form on my website. I also got a Discord. Is there? Put it in here. Again, that's not something that YouTube's going to be able to see very easily. But there is Discord. You can go share it in there and hang out with the crew. Yeah. It's kind of, I mean, I haven't put a great deal of time into the Discord, so it's a very small community that's keeping it alive right now. It's on life support, but I do look in there, so trying my best. Service, thank you for the follow. Hey, Random, how you doing? Watching my previous streams, I really love the vibe and hanging out. Helps you get motivated to work on your own stuff. That's good. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess you can treat this as like a co-working stream, because that's kind of how I'm treating it, I guess. Because, you know, life as a composer, you kind of sit in your room all day with no one to talk to, just working on noise. And it's good to actually try and connect with folks. You know, it's really rare that you do. So thank you so much, Mia. So great to chat with you and meet you. Hopefully I can stream at some more EU-friendly times in the near future, because it'd be good. That would be good. I would enjoy that. But thanks for dropping by. Good to see you. All right, so we're going to play this. I'm going to hopefully, I think I've set it up properly. Let's find out. Let's find out right now. Oh, before we do that, hey, Space Gullies, thank you for gifting a sub to Mia. That's very nice of you. Working on noise, that's what we do. It's just ordered noise. That's sort of it. So we mostly got to the end now, in terms of like structure. But I want to sort of today add a little bit more percussion, particularly through this back end, because it feels like it's missing some, I don't know, some body. There might be also some instruments that I'm missing too, that I'll need to fill in. But it's mostly there. We just gotta sort of fine tune it a bit. Very big and bold, and there's some sort of story unfolding there. I don't know what it is, but um, I like your idea, Space Coolix. I think a lot of my music is very appropriate um, gameplay of Star Citizen. I agree. Mm. Sounded ethereal. Hey, Sketchpunk, how you doing? Pretty much that only the ending is very ethereal, I think, which is good. I like the ending. It's kind of, you know, reduces the drama a little bit, which is nice. Well, these tracks have a tendency to just go on forever. So it's nice that I've found the ending because I don't want to be writing this forever. You know what I mean? Yeah, you like that ending as well. I like those sort of gliding, sort of slightly dissonant synths sort of climbing to the tonic or, into the chord somehow. Like it's like that resolve. It's very nice. I like doing that a lot. Yeah, I mean, this up is definitely my go-to for space, like space sound. I use it all the time. With a little bit of Mass Effect, I guess. What's the song name? I don't know yet. I don't know. Have you got an idea for the name? Yulia, would I ever want to create a score for a feature film? I'd love to. I have done a couple of films many years ago. I'd highly recommend you not see them because they're pretty awful. Pretty awful. But yeah, I'd love to do some more feature work. I think that'd be fun. I just don't want it to be too stressful. I think that's one thing that I've come away from a lot of my experiences in my life is that I've got to be really careful about the kinds of projects I choose because I hate those projects where you're working with someone who's a bit demanding of you and also is very and the timelines are awful. So you got to get stuff done really quickly. Like I don't want to be in any of those situations where I'm under pressure to deliver. I hate that. I hate that. So what? Why is DVD? Oh my god, Automod. Chill out. Oh, Chip. Oh my god. It's awful. It's so awful. Even my music and that. So there was so much I had to write, and it was just pretty awful all around, really. Yeah, how is the word DVD censored? I don't know. Is there some new slang the cool kids are using these days that I don't know about? Don't you usually react to music? I'd like to know your opinion on some music your twin brother created for one of my projects. Love how it turned out. I mean, I don't normally do that on the stream. I'm happy to hear it, like listen to it um, elsewhere. You can send me a link. I can have a listen, but not on stream. Usually, stream time is writing time. Stream time is sacred. Maybe because you held it up. Yeah, that's probably what it is, Chef. Held it up too sexily. But I hope it's good. I hope you enjoyed working with your brother. That's awesome. I'm working with my current dev. I'm working on a game called Menace, which is about to go into early access on February 6th. Make sure you go onto Steam and wish list it. Wish list it. But it's the two lead devs on that are twin brothers, like identical twins. I think I'm pretty sure I cannot tell the difference between them. Um, Yan and Paul, they're pretty much spitting image of each other. So it's very, very strange. You watch them in like interviews for the game online on various things I've done at like Gamescom last year, and it's like yeah. Which one's which? I don't remember. I don't know. I can't tell. These are pretty good actually. Pulsar. Solar flare. Pretty good, Pulsar. Pretty good. Chiff. Oh no, Space Gulix gifted a sub to Chiff. Space Gulix, thank you, buddy. Throwing him left, right, and center today. Oh my gosh. Has a feel of Anarchy Online, Newbie Isle OST. Oh wow, that's cool. I don't think I've ever played that one. Mothership, yeah, Sketchpunk, that's pretty good too. Okay, so we're gonna add some frame drum stuff to go with the snare in this middle/back end section. So I'll do that. Let's focus on one thing at a time so we actually get things done. So this is the 8.0 perks, and this is going to be frame drums. I like these sort of high clicky sounds. They're pretty good for like sort of eighth note kind of rhythms. Let's put you there, but we'll put the put the size of the reverb way down. Kevy, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Welcome on in. No spam if you answer it in here, but which title do you plan on using? I actually don't know. I'll take these out of chat, but I don't know what I'll use. I think the current working title for this one, I think it's called In This Life and the Next. Like it's like I think it was like a piece of like an artwork I saw on ArtStation that was called that. Something along those lines. Something very, dramatic. But I don't think that's quite right. It definitely does feel space themed. I wrote this directly after listening to watching the Stranger Things finale. I don't know if that changes anything. Yeah, you can send me a link. Maybe AutoMod will hate you for it, but we'll find out. Of course it did, Pulsar. Oh gosh. Try the link in chat. I've got to fix that Discord link. That's really good. It's really good. Honok says, "How you doing? I'm doing all right. How's things for you?" Okay. I'm gonna fix some terrible playing. Actually, you know what? So what can we do to like? Maybe we can just copy paste some stuff. That's fine. And then we'll go like this. And then we'll go like this. And then we got a loop. Sounds peculiar. What does that mean? Hey, the link worked. Ooh, yeah. Absolutely. That is a vibe. Ah, there we go. Thank you, viewing places. I didn't think it was that different to what I normally write. I don't know why I need to actually not use this one for this track. This envelope is the wrong envelope. I need to be using this one. Because I'm going to load up another... Yeah, another perk. A taiko drum. These ADO drums, I don't know. I bought them on super sale. I use them so much. That was such a good purchase. They've got such a good tone for the kind of work that I do, that I write anyway. Feels like it fits with my work. All good. What gives you inspiration? Yulia, I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff that I can draw from. I think I mean I love seeing stories. I'm a big story consumer. I love watching film. I love watching TV. I love reading books. Particularly a lot of like, you know, stories that swing for something, you know, really interesting. That's why I think I love a lot of sci-fi. It's because a lot of the things you get to explore in sci-fi are so very human. They're very human things, but explored in a way that you can't do, I feel like, in any other genre. Like the, you know, idea of race and ideas of, I mean, you can, but in a way that makes it in, you know, in like some weirdly more accessible and weirdly more interesting. I don't know. There's so many stories that you can tell in sci-fi, and I love it. I love it so much. And so it's like a lot of those sort of themes and content and like art around those sort of, you know, around sci-fi and fantasy as well. I just love them. I love them so much. When I'm writing music, when I'm actually trying to find my own inspiration, I do actually draw from a lot of artwork. So I do hang out a lot on places like ArtStation, where there's a lot of artists who work for games and for film studios, creating artwork for the games and films, and there's a lot of really cool stuff there that just really gets my juices flowing. Like there's because they're very good at storytelling as well through their imagery, and so I rely on that a lot to spark ideas, I guess. Hmm. But also listening to music as well. The music is good, and there's a lot of really cool musicians doing amazing things out there. And sometimes I get very jealous, and I hear someone doing something really amazing, and I'm gonna, oh, why can't I do that? And also, and that's what gets me sort of fired up to try, you know, try something new. Um, that's also a very motivating force, I think. Probably a lot of artists prove like it can probably confirm that as well. Uh, create a dark hybrid orchestral war march steampunk inspired by a song similar to Juggernaut. Yeah, Juggernaut's a good track, right? Came out of nowhere, that one. Oh, having a phone call. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna play the music. Be right back. Welcome back, Pulsar. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, Brendan, how you doing? Sorry, I had to step away. A call from my dad. Yeah, you're totally right, Chief. It's very Beyond Earth soundtrack. That still has it's that soundtrack. Like, is it Graham Norr? It still has had a disproportionate influence on my writing in the last couple of years. Such a good soundtrack. If you haven't heard it, guys, go listen to Civilization Beyond Earth. It's a game. It's like a civilization game set in, some, it's like sort of space version of Civilization where you're colonizing a planet. I have not played it, but the score for it is chef's kiss. Particularly, there's a few composers on that score, but Graham Norr, Jeff Norr, no Jeff Norr, Jeff Norr. He did some amazing music for that game. It's just so I love sci-fi music that is like, it's not like, it's super uplifting, like there's hope in science saving saving humanity, and humanity, you know colonizing the stars, and like the spirit of exploration, that kind of thing. That sound, oh man, I just love it so much. It's like very it's like that score, that Beyond Earth score. It's like very modern version of like a I don't know if you guys know James Horner. James Horner was like it was quite a good popular film composer in the 80s and early 90s, or even up to the 2000s actually. Until he died in a plane crash, which is very sad. But his music was always very, I don't know, there was always an optimism to it. Like this sort of, it always lent on the side of like hopefulness. A lot of his scores did that. I love that. I love those films. I love those scores. Grant Kirkhope was on that score too. Really? No way. I didn't realize. Oh, Grant's everywhere, man. Is it easier or harder to collaborate with other composers? I actually haven't done it that much, Julia. So I don't know. I would imagine harder though. Like I've never found it easy to write with someone else. It's always a bit of a challenge. I think it's easier if you're writing like to a brief for some I'm actually going to be working, possibly, we'll see how it goes, but working on a game this year that is a much bigger game, and does have a lot of composers on board. And so, but I'm not working with any of them. I'm just sort of, in my own little bubble writing music for my section of the game. And yeah, it's sort of like, in that regard, it's like relying on the music supervisor to do their job, to make sure that they're getting music from the composers that matches the tone appropriately. Hard though, man. Yeah, but I've never been a. I'm really hard. I find it really hard to work with other people in this space, like writing music directly. I've tried to do it in the past and not very good at it. But it'd be worth trying again, I reckon. As I'm a little bit older now, a little less precious about the music that I write. It's a slight slow down at the end there, so I think I kind of missed that ending. But that was mostly fine, I think. We can quantize that. And then I'm done. It's from Germany. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. A lot of people from Germany today. And why are you not in bed right now? I don't understand. It's way too late. You need to go to bed. You do. Trust me. Kinko, thank you so much for the sub. How you doing? Welcome on in. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, university won't let you sleep studying for exams. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. What's the topic? Might be able to help you. I am a biogeochemist, so if you or I was not active anymore, but I might be able to help you with some, if you're doing chemistry or biology or something. I don't know. I'm going to load up some monster loaves. Some monster loaves. Is that the right one? No, probably something that... Maybe it is the Tychos. More Tychos. Yeah. Damage. Thank you, Tokinko. Tokinko. It's cute. Tokinko. Whoa, Samet, thank you so much for the subscribe. How you doing? Thank you. It's very nice of you. Very, very nice of you. Hope you're good. Yeah, Missy's theme for the next AVA, yeah. Hopefully I get to let loose. Let loose my themes. Maths and statistics, worst of the worst. Yeah, okay. I can't help you there, I don't think. I'm not very good at stats. I knew enough to get by from my work, but that was it. Well, good luck, man. Ah, well, come on in. Good to see you, buddy. That is true, Jay. I do have a track. I do have a score for a maths topic, I guess. So it was that a couple of years ago. I did an animation, a score for an animation called Animation vs. Math. And it was good. It's probably one of the most successful shorts that Alan's ever done, really. Like it really popped off at the time. I remember a lot of mathematicians doing like React videos. It's so interesting. It was really, really good. Same with the physics one. It didn't do as well, I don't think, but the yeah, they really got into it. Pizza Goblin, how you doing? Good to see you. Greatest name ever. I appreciate that. You love physics, but not really much to geometry or coding there. Yeah, I think it's because the music. I didn't do the music. You know, I think that's what it was. You know what I mean? Avenza did a great job. I'm not putting him down, man. And that literally at that time I couldn't have done it. It's just impossible. There was too much going on. I need to clone myself, guys. I mean, there's a lot of composers out there who have like, you know, like associate composers working with them. You know, like people that can sort of like, I guess, in a way, I had the idea of it, but like ghostwrite, like you sort of and become this kind of like production house almost. I mean, it's very Hans Zimmer, right? That sort of idea. But I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I could do it. Where's the thing? Is that it? There we go. Piano roll was not appearing before me. What a crash cymbal. I feel like I've been dabbling with the crash cymbal at certain points, and I feel like it's too much. Let's try. I feel like it needs something. Why are you being a pain, piano roll? It did, Jay. I came across that randomly in my YouTube feed. It was really good. I meant to send Enderblade. Enderblade, if you're still here, you did a great job. You did really good. It's interesting hearing, like, you did a great job, buddy. And it's interesting here, like, you could take, there's parts of my DNA that's in yours, but yours is also a little bit different as well. Like, it's interesting how it's interesting to watch it. But you did a great job. It was a really good animation. Yeah, great audition for Alan, I reckon. All these guys did a great job. This needs more of a transition here. Maybe like a snare. Not a snare, like a cymbal sustain. Just something a little cheesy like that, you know. Oh, that's a little rich, Jackson. I don't know if it's a masterpiece like the Mona Lisa, but I appreciate the thought. So that's good. I think maybe this can be a softer thud. Oh, really? Yeah, cool. That's really cool. I think the short strings actually stop halfway through the back end, so we can probably work on getting them all the way through. This kind of programming is going to wreck my hand, though. I've had a lot of issues with my wrist. I think it's actually doing too much writing on the computer, which isn't ideal. It's these short things that wreck me, I think, the most. I'll stop it! Okay. A little bit of RSI, I think, but it's also potentially uh, some more like muscle related issues to do with like certain like I don't know. We've been trying to figure it out for months now. I went and did an ultrasound the other day, and they saw nothing. There was no issues at all around the wrist, which baffled my physio, as you can imagine. But we got one of the other physios in. They did a bit of a additional consult, and we figured out maybe it's a particular muscle that runs down um, the side of your arm that sort of works with your pinky. They did a bit of work on that, and but like the pain almost disappeared entirely. So they may have finally figured out what's causing it, but some of the underlying issues also might be to do with like muscle tension running right up my arm because apparently if I put my arms out, it's not so bad today because they worked on it, but this arm doesn't flex as much as this one. This has more like hyper extension. I don't know what they call it, but like this arm doesn't do it as much. And so for now, they're going to work on getting these muscles less tight. So and it's potentially linked to this. So it's all weird. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on, man. Muscle, like human bodies are like the weirdest things. Just be wrist stretches. Yeah, I've got exercises we can do actually. So maybe we can just do that. That's the rest of the stream done. That crash, it still bothers me. Is it late? Ah, come on. I don't know. I don't know why. Crash cymbals in some tracks work fine, and sometimes they stand out too much. All right. I think this. Oh no, that too. Okay. Jeremy Soule, yeah, cool. Definitely a bit of that too. Jeremy Soule's definitely one of those big influences on my writing. Big fan of his music. Yeah, fair enough, Jay. I mean, I definitely should play some Menace on stream, even though I'm really bad at it. I'm so bad at this game. Um, but because I scored it, we gotta play it. Gotta play it. I think that'd be fun. I'm gonna try some choir. I don't know if this is gonna be too much. We'll give it a go though. Huh. CJ, how you doing? It has been a while. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Really excited for the new year to come. Lots of projects happening. Lots of things about to come out, which is good. Finally feel the fruits of all the work that I put in last year. It's gonna be nice. Hope you're well. How's things for you? I just realised I got a big scratch on my watch. That's great. What's your favorite sample libraries these days? I've got a smattering of all sorts of things these days. Still love a lot of performance sample stuff. Really fond of them. I'm loading up another one right now. Yeah, like Vista String still is by far my favorite library ever. I haven't really got much new for a while. I'm trying to think what might be like my newest additions. I bought a bunch of stuff for a project late last year. More like folky instruments sort of stuff. So they've been fun to play with. But yeah, my core sound, I don't think it's changed much since we since you see me last, actually. It's really hard to shift, find new libraries to replace old ones. At least the way that I'm happy with. Um, I'm very happy that I don't suffer from a lot of that gear acquisition syndrome that some people do, which is good. But it just means sound sort of stays a bit stagnant, though. That's what I'm finding at the moment. Do you have a favorite instrument? Which one, Calvin? I don't know. I do like cello. Cello is a very expressive instrument. Big range. Sounds like beautiful in the high end. And really warm and lush in the low end. Really versatile, very limber. You play a lot of quick stuff, but also very beautiful, slow, um, sort of tortuously melodious, emotional lines playing with the cello. So it's probably one of my favorites. I also like clarinet. I really want to learn how to play the clarinet. I think that's on my bucket list. Really like the clarinet's very expressive too. You can almost come from absolutely nothing, and it just sounds glorious. Sounds beautiful. I try my best to use it in tracks, but I don't. The samples aren't always the best thing for the job sometimes. Got your driver's license. Started your degree in sound and music production. Hey, And you got a video game scoring gig. Very good. It's going on since March. February, March. Wrapped up higher professional degree in 3D art and game. Geez, wow, man, you've got some skills now. You'll be able to hopefully can find jobs. Hopefully you get some good positions somewhere. Very dramatic. Very dramatic. I'm gonna do year abroad in Wales. Haha. Very cool. Bachelor's, then maybe something, a master's in something music related. Cool. Very cool. Got plans. Good stuff. What's my favorite piece I've written for the Alan Beck stuff? It's a good question. I would actually say probably thinking back and thinking about what we said today, it's like probably my favorite one hasn't actually been. I mean, AVM and AVA have some really cool stuff in it. I really had a lot of fun writing the scores for those, but actually animation versus math and physics, those two are probably tied for my favorites. Because I mean, I had a lot of fun. There was like, a lot of fun sort of trying to, I don't know, I'm not really doing much like communication of science ideas in the music necessarily, but the physics is a bit more, but it was just a lot of fun. And they're projects that are close to my heart because I love when animators like Alan Becker try to do something a little different, and those were different, and they really, I think they pushed everybody, and I love them. They were really fun. I need to say put them out on an album sometime. I think sometime early this year we're going to try and put animation versus math, physics, and an addiction onto a sort of an EP, I guess, and release that. That'll be good. Yes, I see how you're doing. If you want to rework an old composition in the library, do you like you did Dragon's Lullaby? Which one do you choose and why? I've been trying to think about that actually. There's a few tracks that would be really nice to revisit. I think one is there's a track called One Falls to the Fire. So it's quite an old library track. Using like a very old like freebie cello patch that I had found on the internet. And I think it would be great to like revisit that one. I think that'd be really good. Jay, yes, an EP is just like a mini album, yeah. I think there's actually enough music on there. You combine the maths, physics, and addiction that there is more, like it will be an album because I think Spotify and all those platforms, I think the cutoff for the difference between an EP and a An album is 30 minutes. It's got to be 30 minutes long and has multiple tracks. So it will be an album actually. Like in the eyes of streaming platforms, it will be an album. Mm. Would you ever want to work with a real orchestra? Yeah, I would. I would like to do that. The hardest part, I think, for me is translating what I do here in this program to something that an orchestra can play. I've done it a few times. So, like, I used to work in LA doing a lot of like production music for film trailers. So we used to like um, do a lot of work there where we were writing a lot of music and then recording with a real orchestra, and creating library tracks that we would then pitch for like film trailers at the time. And we got some cool stuff, cool placements. But it was also pretty stressful, like because you're like writing very quickly to get enough tracks to then record with the orchestra, and then you kind of do the cycle again. And it is just a stressful time when you're trying to record. Like it's a big expense, and uh, you have very little room for error. You have to get it right, and if you don't get it right, then it's a lot of work to fix things in the end in post production, if you can at all. So it's a bit of a stressful thing to do. Um, that said, I would like to do it. I think it'd be really good. I'd actually like to try and do some art music. Like try to write something for a classical venue. Like I've got a few local orchestras here that we go to all the time. The Queensland Symphony Orchestra, and there's Camerata, like a small chamber orchestra. And like I would love for them to play something I've written. That'd be really neat. So, but like I might have to work with someone to sort of help translate it to get the notes out. I can do it, but I will probably do a pretty bad job. Mm. Needs to be something you've scored, but with a live orchestra. That'd be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I've often thought about it. Like, if I eventually get enough, like, my audience is slowly growing, eventually there might be a point where I could try something like a Kickstarter where we could raise some funds to actually make an album that uses a recorded orchestra or something. But again, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be very successful. I don't know how we'll be able to do it, but something to think about. I mean, eventually we might get a project where there will be a requirement to record things. So who knows? Who knows what's around the corner? I'm still gunning for that. Like, I want to score. I want to score the next Elder Scrolls game. So I'm just putting that out there. If anyone works at Bethesda right now who's looking for a composer for that game, I know you're still years away, but I'm happy to help. I'm happy to chip in. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go have a quick bio break. And get a drink. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. I'm chatting to myself here. Oh dear. I was just saying, so soundtracker, the Phoenix. You're talking about Phoenix. I think we're talking about tracks to return to sort of reinvent or reboot. Phoenix would be one of them as well. Because the one thing that really, I think it's a lovely track. I think the idea of it's really good. Um, I think the choir library lets it down in the performance of it. But I actually don't think I have anything that's better right now, particularly for that kind of performance. Um, yeah, maybe it's one of those tracks where I just have to get it actually recorded. Have a real choir sing it because it's very choir focused, that track, I think. Mm. Yeah, prehistoric. This is the new track I'm working on. It will be for the library eventually. Maybe this week actually. I'll probably hopefully release this to um Patreon on Friday if I get it done. I'm trying to think the choir is the right one or not. We could try Lacrimosa as another option. We'll give it a go. But yeah, Phoenix was a good one. It was a cool idea of like having so the track is based around like a cyclical kind of canon, I guess, where you got like a essentially a motif that gets passed around different parts of the orchestra and parts of the choir, and sort of just and it's almost like programmatic, where you sort of set up the algorithm and it sort of plays out how it does, and like you have these sort of moments where things sort of slide out of, you know, become dissonant, but then they slide back in again at these sort of beautiful moments, and it's like, oh, um, it's so interesting how those sort of patterns create this sort of ebb and flow over time. It's a cool experiment, that one. It's a bit more of a generic choir sound. I'll see. Ah, Fjord. You're gonna start using on Twitch. That's cool. Very cool. You don't really need to. It's not as strict as on YouTube. So as long as you have a credit somewhere, it could be like in like a box beneath the stream, in the description area, or I don't know where like Twitch has some very limited places where you can share, or if you have like a command set up or something that just makes sense. Um, yeah, it doesn't need to be. There's no system in place on Twitch to check that you're crediting me, not like YouTube. Um, so it just makes and it like just put it in a place that makes sense. Yeah. Last time we discovered cars and desperation. All right, desperation's another one from a very old film that I scored. That's awesome. That's awesome, prehistoric. You make dinosaur animations. There's quite a few of you out there these days. I'm so happy. It's so exciting. Lacrimosa sounds too generic, I think. Will do, Fjord. Will do. I'll try my best. Make documentary style videos based on what you can catch from the dinosaur game Path of Titans. Very cool. Machinima. I used to do that all the time. I was really into that back in the day. Making little films. I used to use a lot of World of Warcraft. Never shared them. Never shared them with the world though. It's very quiet. Nope. Do you like that ending? I feel like the boom at the end though comes out of nowhere. The timpanis feel like through this section they're not hitting as hard as they were earlier in the track. I don't know why. I don't know why. Kenneth, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for the Prime sub. 56 months. Wow. Wow. Thank you very much, buddy. Maybe symbols. Oh, no, they are there though. They are there. We can add them here too. You don't know what happened? I don't know. I don't know what happened either, actually. Oh, this mouse. I bought a new mouse. The scroll on it's a bit jank though. Don't know quite why. You may need a charge. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know how you know how low in the battery it is. I don't know anything anymore. Everything's too hard for me. I'm too old. I don't understand tech anymore, guys. Just don't. What was I doing? I was looking for something. I don't know. So good to see you, Chiff. Hope you have a good night. Sleep well. Might see you next time. As I said, I'll try and get some different time slots going, so the different time zones of the world can actually hang out a bit more. I think I understand. I was trying to get streaming audio working, and it took me hours to get your DAW to output to the stream. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's a bit of a mind bend sometimes. That's why the audio has made it a lot easier because it has a loopback function now, at least in the one that I've got. So you could just kind of run everything through that, and it will pick the audio. The Streamlabs will pick it up. Seems to be pretty good. But yeah, before that, it's just a pain in the butt. A lot of routing in and out, and yeah. So you're doing streams. That's exciting. Join us. I seem to forgot how to write music in a DAW. I don't know, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes I really wish I could unconstrain myself from Sonar. Choir. Oh, this will probably change things. Sounds like the drums and the crash are like early now. Very weird. Could this be the AVA 13 track? Could be, but probably not. No, probably not. Because it kind of is. So yeah, I think maybe hearing this Persian pattern. I love those moments. Like it sort of blends into the chord. Okay. Okay, I might load a male version of this choir as well. See if we can do some lower things to fill it out. Get the choir going. Oceana's great. Great for drama. Big drama. But not great for everything though. And funnily enough, I got Oceania 2, so there's like a new version that they made. I don't like it as much, and I don't know exactly why. Something to do with the syllables, I feel like. The things that they're actually singing. Something very angular about them in comparison to the first one. It's very different. Female choir. Oh, we'll say women's choir. And this is the men's choir. Would you say you enjoy composing as much as you did when you were younger? I think so. I mean, it's definitely my relationship with music has changed over the years. Um, but I think it's still as exciting as it was when I was like, 16, sitting in my bedroom. I think so. Um, Sometimes I feel like I'd be interesting to talk to my 16-year-old self. Um, I think I would have been a bit of a weirdo, but I think he would have been interested to see, to know, where we ended up. You know what I mean? Just add more epic, exactly. Mhm. Hey, Prune Maniac. Good to see ya. Hope you good. Genuinely, go to music for YouTube. That's awesome, Stargaze. So glad. Hopefully, I've been helpful. Doesn't go that high. Just drizzling here. It's daring to drizzle here. Quite yet. Yeah. Save that. I think we need it to not stand out so much, this male choir, but we'll, I think it's a good layer. I think it's adds a bit, even more drama at certain notes. Cool. Cool. All right, let's listen from the beginning. I think we're nearly there, though. I don't know if I should really do more to this. Might wreck it. Listen to that again. Trying to boost this sort of low-end bass drum a little bit, but maybe that's too much. See you, Calvin. Have a good one. It's like watching an artist add dabs of color to an oil painting. It's kind of what it is. Things like form over time, and it's got to add little bits here and there to fill it out. Add some highlights. Okay, so I've screwed this up. Well, not really. Just gotta delete some stuff. Issue that I forgot to fix. You think it holds it back, Chief? I mean, I didn't want it to go forever as well, so it needs to, like, sort of needed to end. Without the percussion too, it feels a little empty there though. It's like if it was a little bit faster, maybe it would hold up, but I feel like the slowness requires a little something to keep the energy moving. Otherwise, it's a bit of a dirge. I think it's mostly there, guys. Yeah, I mean, I could go and work on these envelopes. I don't know why I haven't gone and added them, but I don't think it needs it. I think it's fine. It is what it is. No, Kenneth. I think I started during the break when I was on holidays. I decided to boot it up. So yeah, it's been working on it for a little while, I guess. But maybe the only second stream that we've been doing it. But I think it's done. I think I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna let it done. I'm gonna call it. How do you know if you're finished? I don't know. Usually it's really hard to know when it's like a good time to stop. But sometimes like you get to a point where I guess you're only making tiny little changes here and there. At which point you probably go, okay, how many small little changes are really gonna help this anymore. You also get a little bit tired of it. Like you're gonna like want to move on to something else. So that also starts to compound over time. That naturally means I want to move on to something else, and so helps me call it. Um, yeah, a few factors, I guess. Well, guys, I might call it there. We did it. We kind of got to the end of this track, which is great. Which, as I said, means I can do something else, which is really exciting. But thank you for hanging out today. And thank you for everyone who came in on raids and decided to stick around. Thank you very much for hanging out, and it's nice to meet you all. Hope you have a great day and a great week. I'll be back next week starting something brand new. I have no idea what it's going to be. Very exciting. Very exciting times. It's also the most terrifying because you never know what you want to do until you start something. It's very hard to figure that out these days. But until then, have a good one. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. And I'll see you next week. Okay? Thanks, guys.